Hello everyone. Welcome to the Life Skill YouTube channel, where we learn and share tips to make life more meaningful. Today, I bring you a topic that everyone has probably thought about. Is $1 million enough for you to retire comfortably? Imagine you have $1 million in your hand, a number that was previously considered a symbol of wealth. But with the constant changes in today's economy, from rising inflation to falling healthcare costs, the question of whether this amount is enough to live on for the rest of your life has become more important than ever. According to a recent study by CNBC, 69% of Americans believe they need at least $1.7 million to retire in a house. But where will $1 million actually get you? Are you curious? If so, follow this last video. I will reveal interesting secrets to optimize that amount of money and help you achieve your financial goals in the smartest way. Let's go. Before going into the analysis, I want to tell you a very real story. It is the story of Mr. David, an elderly person whom I admire very much. He is an ideal model of research and savings. After more than 40 years of working, he has constantly cut expenses and invested in retirement positions to build a safety fund for old age. After many efforts, he has accumulated $1 million, a number that many people dream of. With that amount of money, Mr. Basmally, David thought that his retirement life would be a series of days of peace and enjoyment. He dreamed of trips to the European coast, leisurely afternoons at cafes by the sea, and most importantly, not having to worry about finances. But the reality was not as sad as he thought. The cost of living in his small California town has skyrocketed. Rent, food, and basic services have dropped. In addition, as he ages, health problems have forced David to spend more on herbal medicine and health insurance. He once broke his leg in a minor accident at home, and the medical and physical therapy costs alone have eaten into his savings. More control over money, taking advantage of the sound that has been played, has silently eroded the value of the $1 million he has accumulated. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the average annual inflation in the United States is about 2 to 3%, meaning the purchasing power of money decreases significantly over time. After just over 10 years of retirement, the amount of money he thought would last him a lifetime has almost run out. He has had to cut back on spending, giving up hobbies like traveling and enjoying the arts. To gain more experience, he also had to take on a part-time job at a supermarket near his home. Mr. David's story makes me unable to return home. $1 million, an artistic number that seems big, but when faced with reality, from living expenses, medical care to processing, is it really enough? Or is it just a sweet dream that we still imagine? Stay tuned, because in the next part, I will share more specific analysis to help you understand the amount of money really needed for a comfortable retirement. To answer the question, is $1 million enough to rest comfortably? We need to dig deeper into the analysis of factors that can affect personal finances when retiring. Below are important factors to consider, along with actual figures and accompanying strategies. 1. Life expectancy is increasing, a fact that can't be ignored according to data from the US Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC. The average life expectancy of Americans is now around 77.8 years, and this number is on the rise thanks to remarkable advances in medicine. In particular, many people are not only living longer, but also aiming for a better quality of life when they retire. Imagine you retire at 60. This means you have to prepare financially to experience at least 20 years, and possibly up to 30 years if you live healthier than average. With $1 million, your annual expenses will be limited to around $33,000 to $50,000, not taking into account factors such as bankruptcy or unexpected medical expenses. According to Fidelity, the average retirement age couple in the US needs about $300,000 to cover medical expenses for the rest of their lives. This is an expense account that many people are not technically prepared for. Solution: calculating life expectancy and planning for years after retirement is the first step in planning. At the same time, consider investing in quality healthcare to reduce the burden of medical expenses later. 2. Inflation. The silent enemy of finance, inflation is an unavoidable factor. According to the US Federal Reserve, Fed, the average annual inflation in the US is usually around 2%, but in fact in recent years, this number can be significantly higher, especially during economic crises or global instability. For example, if you have $1 million today, with an inflation rate of 2% per year, the real value of this amount will only be around $820,000 after 10 years, and down to $670,000 after 20 years. This means that the money you save will gradually lose its purchasing power, forcing you to spend more to maintain the same standard of living. Solution: invest in growth assets such as stocks or real estate, as these assets tend to increase in value over time, offsetting inflation. Consider index funds or ETFs to ensure a more stable return than the average inflation rate. Lifestyle: spending depends on personal needs. Each person has a different lifestyle and spending level, which directly affects whether $1 million is enough for retirement. Minimalist lifestyle people who choose a frugal, unpretentious lifestyle can often live more comfortably with $1 million. For example, in some states such as Mississippi, Arkansas, or Tennessee, the average annual cost of living is only about $45,000. With this level of spending, $1 million can be enough for you to live for more than 20 years. Leisure lifestyle, on the contrary, if you like to travel internationally, stay in 5-star hotels, or frequently eat at high-end restaurants, your annual expenses can double or triple. In big cities like New York or Los Angeles, the annual cost of living can be as high as $80,000 to $100,000, making $1 million enough to cover only 10 to 12 years. According to a survey from the Motley Fool, the average spending for a retiree in the US is around $50,000 to $60,000 for a year, meaning $1 million is only enough to cover about 16 to 20 years. Solution: create a budget based on the lifestyle you want. Ask yourself, do you want to reduce spending to extend the time you use your money, or do you want to enjoy it fully in a shorter period of time? 4. Geographic location. Costs vary between regions. The cost of living in the US varies significantly depending on where you live. Big cities: if you live in places like San Francisco, New York, or Miami, the cost of living can eat up a lot of your savings. For example, rent in New York City averages about $3,500 a month, or $42,000 a year just for rent. Rural or suburban, on the other hand, if you choose to live in the suburbs or lower-cost areas like Kansas or Iowa, you can save a lot. A home there can cost as little as $1,000 a month. Retire abroad. Many Americans even choose to retire in countries with lower costs of living, like Thailand, Mexico, or Costa Rica. In these places, $1 million can last 30 to 40 years, since monthly expenses are only about $1,500 to $2,000. Solution: research where you want to live and plan your finances around the costs of living in that area. Number 5. Profitable investments. The secret to longevity: $1 million is just a starting point. How long you can live comfortably depends largely on your ability to invest to make money. Investing in stocks. Historical data shows that the US stock market has an average return of 7 to 10% per year. If you invest $1 million in index funds, your average annual return can range from $70,000 to $100,000, enough to cover your expenses without depleting your principal. Real estate. Real estate investing is another way to generate passive income. For example, if you own a rental property with an annual return of 5%, you could earn $50,000 per year, a steady stream of income to cover your daily expenses. Bonds and safe assets for those with a low-risk appetite. Investing in bonds or safe retirement funds is also a suitable choice. Although the returns are lower than stocks, they provide financial stability. Solution: diversify your investment portfolio to reduce risk and ensure a stable source of income when you retire. 6. The unexpected element. The unpredictability of life. Life is full of unexpected factors. From accidents, illnesses, to major economic events like the financial crisis, all can have a major impact on your assets. Healthcare costs. According to ARP, 70% of Americans over the age of 65 need at least one type of long-term care service. This cost averages around $4,500 to $8,000 a month, depending on the service. In a year, this cost can cost up to $96,000. Unexpected events. In addition, natural disasters or economic crises can cause serious losses in the value of investment assets. For example, during the 2008 financial crisis, many people lost more than 40% of their investment portfolios. Solution: build an emergency fund that covers at least 6 to 12 months of living expenses, and consider long-term care insurance. Is $1 million enough for a comfortable retirement? The answer depends on how you plan and make smart financial decisions. If you live in a low-cost area, maintain a frugal lifestyle, and invest effectively, $1 million may be enough. However, if you face inflation, high medical costs, and unexpected events, this amount can quickly run out. Stay tuned for more smart solutions to help you maximize your retirement assets. Retirement is one of the most important stages of life, and it's never too early to prepare financially for it. If you had $1 million in your pocket, how would you ensure that you would live comfortably without running out of money? Here are some detailed, practical, and effective solutions that you can apply right away. 1. Plan for retirement early. Time is your greatest ally. Start by planning as early as possible. A well-designed retirement plan can take advantage of the power of compound interest, which allows your money to grow rapidly over time. Why is early planning important? Compound interest works best when you have a long time to invest. A small amount invested early can be much larger than a large amount invested later. For example, if you invest $5,000 per year, starting at age 25, with an average return of 7% per year, by age 65, you will have about $1.2 million. Conversely, if you start at age 35, with the same investments and returns, you will only have about $600,000. Take advantage of retirement tools. Contribute to retirement plans such as a 401k, IRA, or Roth IRA. These are powerful tools that allow you to save taxes while building wealth. Set specific goals. Determine how much you need to save each year to reach your desired retirement goal. Use online tools like the retirement calculator to do the math. 2. Define your financial goals. Visualize your ideal retirement. An effective retirement plan starts with understanding what you want. What will your retirement look like? Where do you want to live? What are your spending needs? Factors to consider. Cost of living. This depends on where you live and your lifestyle. Medical expenses. This is a big expense that many people often overlook. According to Fidelity, a married couple in the US needs about $300,000 just for medical expenses during retirement. Contingency funds. Expenses such as home repairs, accidents, or natural disasters should also be factored in. Detailed budgeting, including living expenses, medical expenses, and contingencies. Regular review. Review your budget annually to make sure you're on track. 3. Diversify your portfolio. Reduce risk, increase opportunity. One of the golden rules of investing is not to put all your eggs in one basket. Diversifying your portfolio will help you reduce risk and optimize returns. How to build an effective investment portfolio. 50% stocks. Invest in index funds or blue chip stocks with a history of steady growth. 30% bonds. Provide stability and fixed income, especially during volatile markets. 10% real estate. Own rental properties or REITs to generate passive income. 10% other assets include gold, cash, or higher risk assets like cryptocurrencies, if you're willing to take the risk. John, 60, has invested $1 million in the above portfolio. Each year, this portfolio returns an average of 7%, giving him an income of about $70,000 without losing any of his principal. Monitor performance. Adjust the portfolio annually to match financial goals and market conditions. Use professional services. A financial advisor can help you optimize your portfolio. 4. Take advantage of retirement programs, government benefits. The US government offers many financial assistance programs for retirees, helping to ease the burden of expenses. Important programs. Social Security. This is a stable source of monthly income. The average person receives about $1,827 per month. Data from 2023. Medicare, a health insurance program for people over 65, which significantly reduces medical costs. Supplemental security income. Financial assistance for low-income people. Check your benefit level. Use the tool on ssa.gov to calculate how much you will receive. Sign up on time. Make sure you sign up for Medicare early to avoid late penalties. 5. Live a healthy lifestyle. Invest in your health. Your health is your greatest asset. A healthy body not only helps you enjoy retirement, but also saves hundreds of thousands of dollars in medical expenses. Benefits of a healthy lifestyle. Lower medical costs. A person in good health usually spends 50% less than a person with a chronic disease. Better quality of life. You will have the energy to participate in favorite activities such as traveling, sports, or spending time with family. Eat healthy. Increase nutritious foods, reduce processed foods. Exercise regularly. Just 150 minutes of exercise per week can reduce the risk of disease by up to 50%. Regular health checkups. Detecting and treating health problems early will help save big costs in the long run. 6. Stay financially educated. Never stop learning. The financial world is constantly changing. Staying informed will help you make better decisions. Resources. Reputable financial channels. Follow experts on YouTube, podcasts, or blogs. Financial books and reports. Read material from Forbes, The Wall Street Journal, or Investopedia. Online courses. Take courses on investing and financial management on Udemy, Coursera. Continuously learn to adapt to changes in the market and financial policies. 7. Build an emergency fund. Prepare for the unexpected. An emergency fund helps you deal with unexpected expenses such as illness, home repairs, or natural disasters. Minimum fund level. Set aside at least 6 to 12 months of living expenses. High liquidity. Keep this fund in cash or a savings account, allowing you to withdraw money when needed. So $1 million can bring a comfortable retirement if you apply smart financial solutions. Plan early and take advantage of the power of compound interest. Diversify your investment portfolio to reduce risk and grow your assets. Use retirement programs to reduce the burden of expenses. Live a healthy life to reduce medical expenses and enjoy life. Always learn to make wise decisions. Retirement is a long journey, and how you prepare today will determine the quality of your life later. Take action now to make your dream of a comfortable retirement a reality. In short, whether $1 million is enough to retire comfortably depends on how you plan and manage your finances. Factors such as life expectancy, inflation, lifestyle, and investments play a major role in determining how long that money can last. The most important thing is to have a clear plan. Start preparing as early as possible and constantly update your financial knowledge. Remember, retirement is not just an end goal, but also a journey that requires effort and careful calculation. Don't wait until you are old to realize that you have not prepared enough for the future. Start taking action today. Review your budget, plan your investments wisely, and set clear goals to ensure a comfortable and happy retirement. If the tips in this video are helpful to you, don't forget to share your experiences and results. Please like, share, and subscribe to the Life Skill YouTube channel to update more useful information about finance, investment, and life. Hello, and see you in the next videos.